Okay, so if you've been assigned to work the shot put, there's a couple rules that you'll need to know. You'll have this little clipboard with all the rules on the back, just in case you forget any of them. I'm going to give you the basics so you can run off the event as quickly and hopefully as efficiently as possible. So what you'll usually get is you'll get all the participants' names on a sheet. If they're not on there by the time you get it, you can just write them on, write the school they're down, and it'll have the columns labeled. The only thing you're marking on here is the distance of their 3 puts, so their 3 throws. So every time an athlete comes up, you should have called their name already, and then what they'll do is they will come up to the ring. They have to enter through the back, and after they throw the shot put, they have to exit from the back. It's just a safety measure so nobody gets hurt. If they throw it and exit off to the side, it is a scratch. As long as it's on the back half, so if they walk off back here, they're fine. We just don't want them coming through the center of the ring just in case somebody's rolling a ball or they don't see somebody's throwing. That's just one of the legal rules, all right? You're gonna have athletes that'll do a few different things. Some will spin, they'll start facing away, and as long as they've paused before they started and you know they're getting into their motion, they're fine. Their feet can swing outside the ring, and they can go outside anywhere as long as it doesn't touch anywhere outside the ring. So if you have a spinner and they swing here, and they come through and then they throw the shot here, they're okay. Or you might have some kids that just come here to the front of the board, they throw, they just walk up there, they're fine. So either of those work. They have to stay within the ring as they throw though. So if somebody throws and they step outside the ring, or they are on top of the ring at all, that counts as a throw. Now if they rub up against it and they don't go over, they're okay. But they can use the little dropped in, sunken in part as their barrier. Now, as they throw, the shot put has to come off from their shoulder out in front of them. It can't fall off behind or anything, or that's a scratch. So if you have somebody that just comes up and just throws, all right, you should see where the put landed, okay? Or where the shot put landed. So the shot for this one landed out there. So what the person that's working, which is probably what you'll be doing, is we'll have a little stake like this, and I can see where it landed, and I'm going to measure the nearest point of wherever it dropped. Now, all you have to do, you don't have to stick it in here, but because it's only me, I'm going to stick it in the ground. So you mark it just by holding it there. Okay? Now, that's what one of the people working should do. They should hold it there until this person's finished marking. So the person usually that called them off, or another volunteer, I'm going to set this down. As it's still in there, they will take the measuring tape and they will take it through the center of the shot put ring. So they're going to want to pull it all the way to the center, and once they get to the center, who's ever reading the marking will read it from wherever it says up here. So this throw would be 13 feet 7.5 inches. Always go to the 1/4 inch, so you can go 1/2, 1/4, or 3/4 inches when you're measuring. We don't need to get down to the 1/8. If it was a sectional or regional, we might do that, but right now we're only going to the 1/4 inch to keep the action moving. So after you measure theirs, then the athlete they're probably already off. You can announce what their throw was. So this one you just say 13 feet 7.5 inches, and then who's ever got the clipboard will write that down, and the next participant, you'll call their name and they'll be up. The only other thing I forgot to mention was as the athlete throws and it hits and everything around here is good or in the ring, and they throw within the boundaries, usually there will be, this one's marked with wood, some will be marked with paint. You make sure you yell mark, and then they know they're good to step out of the ring. That's your main job. So all you have to do is make sure they don't exit here, step on the toe board, or fall over the toe board at any point. If you say mark, then you mark it, run the tape back, read it off, and that's it.